Hey everybody, it's Laurie Blomer here. It is Sunday, December 1st, 2024, and we are here for this week's card pull for spiritual reflection and spiritual inspiration. I try and pull a card at the beginning of every week just for the purpose of spiritual growth, reflection, inspiration, becoming a better human being, learning, self-reflection, all that good stuff. So for those of you who've been following along, thank you. For those of you who are watching for the first time, welcome. I have to tell you, I'm doing things a little bit differently today, and I'll tell you why in a minute. First of all, the deck that I decided to work with this week is this one. It's Raven Phelan's Messenger Oracle. And I don't know, when we reach the colder weather, I always think of the Native American medicine wheel and other spiritual traditions where we start to look internally and start to sort of look back and go through this period of reflection that all seems to lead up to the beginning of the next year where we begin to look forward. So it's a bit of a look back, it's a self-assessment, and then of course we plan what is it we wanted to be doing into the next year. So this card deck is very much rooted in ancestral wisdom and the wisdom of the natural world. This is a time where we do reach out and work with ancestrals and ancestor energy. It starts at the very beginning, back in October with Halloween, All Souls Day, Dia de los Muertos. We're connecting with our loved ones in spirit. So my focus today is going to be a little bit different. Rather than just spiritual reflection and spiritual inspiration. I don't mean just, but in addition to that, I also want to be thinking about ancestral gifts. What is it that we have inherited by way of our ancestors in terms of our skills and our abilities, the strengths that help them survive, such that here we are walking on the planet as a result of their hard work, their determination, their survival, given all the things that our ancestors as we go back generations have been through. And as a look forward, what's our legacy? So this week, that's what I'm going to be thinking about. What are my ancestral gifts that I want to carry forward? Sometimes our ancestral gifts can be challenges, maybe things that we don't want to do going forward, but it's because of what we experience in that familial and ancestral setting that it has defined for us what and how we want to be in the world. So sometimes it may be, I'm not crazy about how the previous generations handled things. I'm going to do it differently. But it's based on that wisdom, that experience of having seen it done one way that you're able to sort of choose and discern to do it differently. But for me, I'm going to think about what I want to carry forward in terms of the positives. I decided to wear this sweater. My mom made this sweater. She made myself and each of my sister's sweaters back when I was in high school when I was 17. So this sweater's been around a little while now. And it makes me think of my mom and her legacy of someone who was extremely resourceful, wonderfully talented, and put a lot of love into everything she did. Of course, I'm thinking of my parents and my other ancestors as well, but I thought I'd wear this sweater, sort of get me in that vibe. Now, the other reason why things are a little bit different for this card pull is because I already pulled the card. In interest of full disclosure, I already did a video, but it turned out to be so long because I really started riffing about this ancestor stuff that I thought it was too long. So I've already pulled the card. Typically, I would be shuffling, and then pull a card in front of you. Well, I already did. So I'm going to show you which one it is. And the card is Stay Strong. I really love this card, and I just want to highlight the things I love about it. First of all, it's 43. So I don't know, it might be a little bit blurry as I move in, but number 43, in numerology, we put the 4 and the 3 together, and we have a 7. 7, if you may recall, for those of you who have watched before, is a number of learning. It's about research, analysis, but also self-reflection, insights, and mysticism. And we have this beautiful old-looking dragon who's extremely powerful. He's got this tail that he could probably kill people with by whipping it around. He might have that ability to breathe fire for all we know, but he's not doing that. And we also see that he's got these beautiful, powerful wings that would enable him to fly away, but he's not. He's standing very still, very calmly. And if you look at the face, this is actually a face of compassion. And we have a full moon in the background. And typically in tarot and in oracle cards, a full moon has to do with something reaching its full potential, as if to say the timing is right for something. But the message on the card is stay strong. So my takeaway for this, and I'll be more brief than the last video that I'm not posting, is the idea that our ancestors had strengths. They literally had strengths that enabled us to be here whether we would have done things the same or differently, it's because of those strengths, their perseverance, and their tenacity that we are here. So the stay strong for me here, I really like the fact that this dragon could do a lot and could certainly do a lot of damage. It could even fly away, but he's not. He or she or they are not. They're just staying there, staying strong without exercising their might. It feels like almost an immovable object. So standing for principles. I'm also reminded of my dad. He's somebody who I feel really was relatively quiet and introverted, but absolutely operated from a place of strong principles and integrity and trying to do the right thing. And I think of the many things that he did to sort of sacrifice his own comfort level in order for us to be comfortable as his children. But my parents together, I really think of integrity, doing things right. If your name is on it, or if you're associated in any way, or if you're doing it for someone else, do the right thing. Do your part. And that's what I'm taking away as an inspiration for this week, is where can I show up in integrity? But the idea of staying strong also means being confident in who or what you are. It doesn't mean you have to punch anybody or flame anybody or whip them with your tail. You can stay strong in your convictions and what you know is right and true to be you. So there you go. Do, by all means, take away from this whatever really inspires you as a helpful lens through which to look through your experiences this week. You know better than me what's happening for your week. You also know better than me what you might want to call upon your ancestors to help you with this week. Ancestors love to help us out. Got lots of time on their hands. So by all means, if you need their assistance, their support, their compassion, their encouragement, their humor, their resourcefulness, call upon your ancestors. They will help you be strong. They've got a lot to offer, certainly a lot of life experience, and they take great pride and a lot of pleasure in seeing subsequent generations do well. So don't hesitate to call upon them this week when you need their support. Laurie Blomer, my website's laurieblomer.com. My email address is laurieblomerpsychic@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you, would love to work with you, and I just wish for you a really inspired week, and I hope you feel that real strong visceral connection to those wonderful ancestors, so that you can take inspiration from that and draw from their help and their love and learn from it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.